We are Sorted, a group of mates who have your back when it comes to all things food. We've spent the last months making our recipe book, CBA 2, a load of rebellious shortcuts and hacks to get food into your mouth quicker and or easier. And we thought we'd collate some of those tips and share them with you here, because sometimes you just can't be asked to cook.
In celebration of the release of our book, CBA 2, I've set Jamie a little challenge. Now, one of the chapters in the book is called CBA to Chop, and in that is a selection of recipes that don't use a knife. So in this challenge, he's not allowed to use a knife.
This should be fun. What are we cooking?
We are making pulled chipotle mushroom tacos. Your kind of dish.
Yeah, it is.
And I made this earlier in 13 and a half minutes.
Okay.
But you're gonna cook it faster than I did. Because this recipe requires no knife, it's super speedy and it's great for people who aren't too confident with a knife. And also it kind of forces us to think outside the box. Let's see how close you can get to my time. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Let's do it. Okay, mate, your time starts in 3, 2, 1. Would you put the grill on, please? So pro tip number 1 is something that I'm always gonna say. It's preheat your grill or your oven or your pan. Get something on the go before you start prepping so that when you actually need it, it's ready. Okay, grab a baking tray. Nice, nice. Now grab your mushrooms. And we're gonna pull the mushrooms. These are king oyster mushrooms.
Yeah.
They're really good for pulling. So grab a fork and you're gonna stab the fork in the top and then pull it all the way down to the bottom. You're gonna hold the mushroom at the same time and then go around the whole mushroom and then you should just be able to pull it into strips.
Okay, and it comes.
Yeah,
yes.
See there, you've got it.
How's this looking?
That's looking great. A little bit faster. So this is currently my second pro tip. You don't have to always use a knife. Mushrooms are really good for ripping and tearing and you don't need like even slices. You can just tear them up, can't you? And king oyster mushrooms are excellent for the pull type thing.
Also, mushrooms work perfectly for this because if this was pork, which you would pull, or chicken that you would pull, that takes ages to cook first before you get the opportunity to pull it, whereas these are raw.
You'd be cooking a long time. Right, shift all of that to one side of the board. You're gonna do the same with the spring onions. So just like tear them across and then just like kind of split them up into strips.
This would be great to get the kids involved with. No danger of knives, but also just rip it up and see how you get on.
Yeah, you don't have to look after them. Oh, should we move on?
Always look after your kids.
Okay. And then what you're gonna do now is chuck a third of those spring onions into one of those little bowls. And you're gonna grab your sugar and vinegar. You're gonna put a tablespoon and a half, so about 3/4 of that sugar in the bowl and all the vinegar. Grab a spoon and give it a little mix. Because pro tip 3 is chucking this in the microwave for 1 minute and it's gonna speed up the pickling process. So you're heating up the liquid with the sugar, dissolving the sugar really quickly and also slightly cooking the spring onions so they all kind of dissolve.
We're getting pickled onions in under 13 and a half minutes.
Yeah, looking good. Let's move on. Now mix up your mushrooms with the rest of the spring onions. So we're gonna put a tablespoon of paprika onto that tray, scatter it over. Same with the oil, and then you're gonna add the rest of your sugar as well. And onto that tray goes my next pro tip, chipotle paste. You've got your basic store cupboard, and I think there are certain ingredients that you can add to it that help you along the way with a lot of dishes. Chipotle paste is one of those things. It instantly adds like a sweet, smoky, slightly hot kind of flavor, and I think it's delicious, and it goes in loads of stuff. It's just like the perfect ingredient.
You know I love big flavors, so any shortcut to get big flavors in little time, I'm a massive fan of.
Another pro tip is 1 tray goes a long way.
I love being tray bake because I am lazy AF.
So we're literally cooking all the ingredients on 1 tray. That means you've only got one thing to worry about. It means you're only washing up 1 tray. And it means you don't have anything on the hob with direct heat. It's all indirect heat, so it's hard to burn stuff.
Flavour.
Flavour, that's got 8 minutes on it.
Oh.
So all you have to do, your creme fraiche is going into that bowl.
Okay.
And then you're gonna zest in your garlic clove and your lime.
That's a mushroom. Garlic clove, lime. So, creme fraiche in.
That is gonna be grated.
Peeled first?
No.
Ooh.
Pro tip. Get yourself a good grater, a fine grater specifically. And you can do all sorts with it. You can zest citrus, you can grate Parmesan, and you can grate garlic without peeling it. This is a level up from a garlic crusher. It's a lot easier to clean as well.
I think peeling garlic, anything like that, takes so long. If there is a way to get around peeling it, I'm all for it. I can't tell you how long that would have taken me to dice up.
I know, right?
Give that a stir up.
Yeah, give it a stir up.
Yummy.
Yeah, I think so.
I can smell it. Whoa.
Yes, that's
Hello.
what we're looking for.
That looks like pulled chicken.
You know you're on a time limit, right?
Yeah, oh, sorry, yeah. Right, fine.
Tacos under the grill. We're literally just like softening them a little bit. Yes. Get everything ready. You can grab your pickle from the microwave.
In 1 minute, we've made a pickle.
They're looking good.
Warm and soft. Ha, quite warm, quite warm. Ha, ha, he. Right, tacos.
So we're going mushrooms.
What quantities are we looking like?
We're going for like a decent amount, decent portion. Nice. Followed by pickles. Nice, you can be generous on the pickles. The mushrooms are very smoky and quite hot, so it's nice to have a bit of something to cut through.
I'm gonna keep a cheeks pickle to eat now, because I'm massively intrigued.
Yeah, you are on a time limit though. If you could hurry up a little bit, that would be good.
Sweet and vinegary, and also warm. That gives me every pickle sensation plus warmth, which is nice.
Followed by the creme fraiche mix.
Dob?
Little dob, yep.
That's a new word.
He's a little bit relaxed. And then key ingredient is the pickle juice. just a teaspoon over the top of each.
Where? Just
Yeah, all over.
interesting.
And then coriander to finish, and you are done.
Stop the clock!
Those are looking good, mate. I think you've done a good job.
I feel like I've done a good job. I mean, I've made mushroom tacos in, well, actually, what was my time?
I'm not going to tell you just yet, but let's take them to the table and see if lack of time and knife sacrificed any of the flavour. I don't think it did.
It's more confident than me. They look great, but how did I do?
Well, I did it in 13 and a half.
Yep.
You did it in 15 and a half.
Oh!
I'm so sorry. We were very, very relaxed.
Yeah, to be fair, if I CBA to cook, I CBA to stress also. But 15 minutes, I made a taco dish.
Nice little tacos, right?
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. From what we were saying about does time take away flavour, no. That has got all the flavour that I want in it.
And it all adds to it, right?
It's really well balanced.
Got that sweet, acidic flavour of the pickle, and the pickle juice is necessary.
The pulled mushrooms is something I've never had or done before, but the texture's really great. Actually, it's really reminiscent of eating pulled pork or pulled chicken.
That was new to me as well. It's messy, huh?
It is as messy as a good taco should be. I'm impressed by myself.
Wow, good for you.
I reckon I could have a lot of fun making those at home with the kids. And
Yeah,
like
it's
not having to
perfect.
worry about them using knives and stuff like that. Just get hands involved, pull things. Yeah, great.
And you can make them a little less hot as well if they're not into the heat. You know, you can
Yeah.
use a bit of tomato puree or something instead of all chipotle paste. I know you liked the pulled mushrooms, but was that your favourite tip? Or have you got another one that kind of stood out?
Using the microwave to make the pickles was sensational. We've done quick pickles before, but we've been talking like 15, 20, 30 minutes to make quick pickles. That was a minute.
I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And the texture of them is really good.
Yeah. May I have to say, I'm massively impressed. Decent tips and hacks, decent recipe, and it's going to make me rethink when I'm cooking in the kitchen.
Good, I hope you do try these with your kids, because I think they'll like them. Right, what are your tips and tricks for when you're feeling a little bit too lazy to cook? Leave them in the comments below, and if you like the video, give it a like.
And if you like this video, you're going to love our CBA 2 cookbook. It's full of hacks, tips, tricks, and recipes just like this for when you just can't be aid to cook. Next time I'm cooking, you're going to make me think about what I can do without a knife.
That's good.
I'm going to be trying to dice an onion without a knife because of
Okay,
you.
well, maybe don't take it too far, you know?
CBA 2 is available to buy right now, and if you'd like a copy, then check out the link in the description box below or head to sorted.club/bookshop. And now for a blooper.
We are making pulled